What is the minimum age to obtain a Florida learner's permit? 15 years old. At 15, you can begin supervised driving practice. Permit earned, onward. What does a red traffic light indicate? Stop completely before entering the intersection or crosswalk. You must remain stopped until the light turns green. Red means halt, next. What does a yellow traffic light indicate? The light is changing to red and you should stop if it is safe to do so. Otherwise, proceed with caution. Slow down and prepare to stop. Don't speed up. Yellow means caution. Let's go. What does a green traffic light indicate? You may proceed if the way is clear, yielding to pedestrians and vehicles already in the intersection. Green means go, but first check for crossing traffic. Green means go, onward. What is the meaning of a flashing red traffic light? Treat it as a stop sign. Stop completely and proceed when safe. Stop fully, then go when the way is clear. Red flash. Stop and roll. What is the meaning of a flashing yellow traffic light? Proceed with caution and be prepared to stop if necessary. Slow in, watch out, and move carefully. Flash yellow. Eyes open. What does a red and white triangular sign indicate? Yield. Give way to others. Slow or stop if you need to. Yield done. Next. What does a red and white octagonal sign indicate? Stop. A full halt is mandatory. No rolling stops. Stop complete. Moving on. What does a yellow and black circular sign indicate? Railroad crossing ahead. Slow and look both ways for trains. Tracks ahead. Onward. What does a yellow and black diamond-shaped sign indicate? A warning of potential hazards or changes in road conditions. Expect curves, bumps, or workers ahead. Warning noted. Next. What does a white regulatory sign with a red circle and slash mean? The action shown is prohibited. If there's a slash, it's not allowed. Rule enforced. Let's continue. What does a rectangular white sign with black lettering typically indicate? Regulatory information or rules you must follow. Speed limits, lane use, and restrictions live here. Rules posted. Onward. What is the speed limit in a municipal, business, or residential area in Florida unless otherwise posted? 30 miles per hour. This slower pace keeps neighborhoods safe. Neighborhood speed. Next. What is the speed limit on rural interstate highways in Florida unless otherwise posted? 70 miles per hour. Open roads allow faster travel. Stay under 70. Rural speed. Onward. What is the minimum speed limit on an interstate highway in Florida unless otherwise posted? 40 miles per hour. Driving too slowly can block traffic and cause accidents. Keep above 40. Next. What should you do if you're driving slower than the flow of traffic on a multi-lane road? Stay in the right lane. Slower vehicles belong on the right. Let others pass. Right lane, moving on. What is the move over law in Florida? Drivers must move over a lane or slow down when approaching a stopped emergency or service vehicle with flashing lights. Give them space or slow down to 20 miles per hour below the limit. Move over. Next. What is the penalty for a first conviction of driving under the influence DUI in Florida? Fines, license suspension, and possible imprisonment and community service. DUI consequences are severe. Drive sober. Stay sober onward. What is the legal blood alcohol content B8 limit for a driver 21 years of age or older in Florida? 0.08% or higher. Stay under the limit to avoid DUI charges. BAC noted. Next. What is the legal blood alcohol content limit for a driver under the age of 21 in Florida? 0.02% or higher. Zero tolerance for under 21 drivers. Onward. What does a solid yellow line on your side of the center line mean? You are not permitted to pass. Wait until the line ends before overtaking. No pass. Next. What does a broken yellow line separating two lanes of traffic mean? Passing is permitted in either direction when safe. Check ahead and overtake if the path is clear. Pass if safe. Onward. What do solid white lines separating lanes of traffic moving in the same direction indicate? Lane changes are discouraged. Stay in your lane. Only move if necessary. Lane held. Next. What do broken white lines separating lanes of traffic moving in the same direction indicate? Lane changes are permitted. Switch lanes when it's safe to do so. Lane change. Proceed. What is the purpose of a white stop line painted across a lane at an intersection? To show where you must stop before entering the intersection. Stop at the line, even if you can see past it. Line stopped. Onward. What should you do if you approach an intersection with no traffic control signals? Yield to vehicles already in the intersection or those entering from the right. First come, first served. Watch the right side. Yield done. Next. When are you required to yield to pedestrians? At all times, especially in crosswalks and intersections. Pedestrians always have the right of way. Pedestrians first, onward. What should you do if you hear a siren or see the flashing lights of an emergency vehicle? Pull over to the nearest edge of the roadway, clear of any intersection, and stop. Give them a clear path. They're responding to crisis. Cleared. Next. What is the correct hand signal for a left turn? Extend your left arm straight out to the left. Clear signal. Nobody left guessing. Left signaled. Onward. What is the correct hand signal for a right turn? Extend your left arm upward. Upward elbow means right. Remember it. Right signaled. Next. What is the correct hand signal for stopping or slowing down? Extend your left arm downward. Palm back signals slow or stop. Stop signaled. Onward. What is the minimum distance you must signal before making a turn? At least 100 feet. Signal early. Give everyone time. Signal early. Next. What is the purpose of a solid white line along the right edge of the roadway? It marks the edge of the paved roadway. Don't drift off pavement. Stay inside the line. Edge marked. Onward. What should you do if your vehicle begins to skid? Steer gently in the direction you want the front of the vehicle to go and avoid braking hard. Countersteer smoothly until traction returns. Skid managed. Next. What is the penalty for failing to wear a seatbelt in Florida? A traffic citation and fine. Click it or ticket belongs on every trip. Belt buckled, onward. What is the primary reason for completing a traffic law and substance abuse education TLSAE course? To educate new drivers about the dangers of alcohol and drugs while driving and Florida traffic laws. Knowledge makes you a safer driver. Course complete. Next. What should you do if you're being tailgated? Increase your following distance and avoid sudden changes in speed or direction. Drop back safely, give tailgater room. Gap expanded, onward. What is the recommended following distance under good driving conditions? Maintain a minimum of a 2 to 3 second following distance. Pick a marker and count. Keep that gap. Distance set next. What should you do if you are driving and it starts to rain heavily? Reduce your speed, increase your following distance, and use low beam headlights. Rain equals slow down and lights on. Rain ready, onward. What is hydroplaning? When a vehicle's tires lose contact with the road surface due to a layer of water. Tires float, no grip until you slow down. Hydroplane. Next, what should you do if your vehicle hydroplanes? Ease off the accelerator and steer straight until the tires regain contact with the road. No sudden moves, wait for traction to return. Traction regained, onward. What does a sign with a picture of a pedestrian indicate? A pedestrian crossing ahead. Slow down and watch for walkers. Pedestrian crossing. Next. What is the maximum speed limit in a school zone in Florida during the posted times? 20 miles per hour. Kids deserve extra protection. Slow to 20. School speed onward. What should you do if you encounter a funeral procession? Yield the right of way to the entire procession, even if you have a green light. Respect the procession. Let them pass. Procession passed. Next. What is the purpose of a ramp meter on a highway entrance ramp? To control the flow of vehicles entering the highway to prevent congestion. Wait for the green light. Merge safely. Meter obeyed. Onward. When are you required to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights? When you are traveling in the same direction or on a 2-lane highway in the opposite direction, you must stop. Stop and stay stopped until the lights go off. Bus stop. Next. What does a dashed white line separating an HOV lane from a regular travel lane mean? Vehicles may enter or exit the HOV lane. You can merge when it's safe. HOV merge, onward. What is the penalty for a driver under 18 who accumulates 6 or more points within a 12-month period? License suspension. Points add up, stay clean, or lose your license. Points counted, next. What should you do if you miss your exit on an expressway? Continue to the next exit and find your way back. Never back up, keep moving forward. Exit found, onward. What is the purpose of the no passing zone sign? To indicate where passing is unsafe and illegal. Stay in your lane, no overtaking allowed. No pass, next. What does a yellow line painted on the left edge of a roadway indicate? The edge of the roadway on a divided highway or one-way street. Left edge marked, stay inside. Edge set, onward. What should you do if you are required to stop at a railroad crossing and the gates are down or flashing lights are active? Stop at the marked stop line, or if none, at least 15 feet but no more than 50 feet from the nearest rail. Stay put until the train passes completely. Tracks clear? Next. What does a sign with an orange background and black lettering indicate? Construction or maintenance area ahead. Expect delays and lane shifts. Work ahead. Onward. What is the penalty for leaving a child unattended in a vehicle in Florida? It is illegal and subject to penalties, especially if the child is in danger or left for extended periods. Child safety is paramount. Never leave them alone. Child safe. Next. What should you do if an animal runs out in front of your vehicle? Brake firmly if necessary and safe to do so, and try to steer around the animal if you can do so without causing a crash. Protect life without endangering yourself or others. Animal avoided. End of set.